Hello, I'm Darren Magee, and today's question asks if I would outline the differences between a psychopath and a sociopath. And I do apologise for only getting around to this now. I'm aware that quite a few people asked me to discuss this quite some time ago. But if you like this video, if you find it interesting or helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel. But just as a reminder, this video is not a substitute for support from a mental health professional, nor is it a tool to be used to diagnose someone. Now, in spite of what we see in movies and on television, not all psychopaths, not all sociopaths are evil serial killers and mastermind criminals. Some can be quite high-functioning members of society. They can be quite successful. But both psychopaths and sociopaths would share some common traits, such as being conceited, deceitful, being manipulative, and there would also be a lack of conscience. Both are part of antisocial personality disorder, part of the cluster B group of personalities, which is characterized by a disregard for other people, their feelings, repeated violation of the rights of others, and a lack of remorse over their behavior. And it can be easy to confuse the two because both are so similar in so many ways, but there are differences. They are not the same. Firstly, it is believed that psychopathy is genetic. It is inherited. Psychopaths are born. Sociopathy, on the other hand, is considered to be environmental as a result of, say, abuse, trauma, their upbringing. Sociopaths are a product of their environment. And although there can be a lack of empathy and conscience in both, with psychopaths what we see is no conscience at all, no remorse over their actions. With sociopaths what we can see is something of a conscience, but it's quite vague, and they often disregard it. They just go ahead and do whatever it is they want. They have a poor sense of right and wrong. They may know something is wrong, it may feel wrong, but they go ahead and do it anyway. Psychopaths have no concept of it at all. And psychopaths can form attachments with others. They know that they maybe should feel something, but they don't. Many are good, however, at mimicking emotions, the emotions that they don't feel. Some see other people as things, objects, a resource, but not necessarily as a person, a fellow human being. And they can form relationships, but they tend to be fake, quite shallow, and usually with people who are easy to manipulate. Sociopaths, on the other hand, can have a level of empathy in some relationships and with some people, and can form attachments with some people, maybe a partner or their children. Other than that, their relationships tend to be quite unhealthy ones. Sociopaths generally don't care about other people, while psychopaths pretend that they do. Psychopaths can be very socialized, blend in, they can be successful in whatever field they're in. They can spend a lot of time reading other people's emotions and learning to mimic them. Many can manipulate quite successfully by hiding or masking their true nature. However, sociopaths, they tend to live more on the edge of society, find it hard to settle down, find it difficult to hold down jobs, hold down relationships even. They tend to be impulsive and aggressive. They don't really think things through. They can be erratic and show a level of distress, for example, if they were caught breaking the law. They have problems with anger, can show open hostility to others, sometimes perceive others as being hostile towards them. There is poor emotional regulation, very easily emotionally wounded, and can be quite vengeful. That vengeance, however, is generally not very well thought through or tactful and can be quite erratic and impulsive. Psychopaths can have more self-control and be more methodical and calculating. They can be charming and not necessarily violent. Psychopaths would have what scientists refer to as a resilience to chaos, meaning they can be calm under pressure. They can thrive in situations that others would find overwhelming. And if, for example, they were to be caught breaking the law, they generally wouldn't panic the way sociopaths would. So that's a brief outline of the differences between psychopaths and sociopaths. Sociopaths being impulsive and erratic at times, psychopaths being calculating and methodical at times. Now, if there's anything I haven't missed, please by all means add your thoughts, your comments, the comment box below. I'm always interested in your thoughts and opinions. If you like this video, if you found it useful or interesting, please consider subscribing to my channel for future updates on mental health related topics. And until next time, thanks for watching.